What is up, everyone? Oscar here with a new video. Talking my post-game analysis for the Real Madrid, Granada match. Sorry, I was brain freezing there for a second. And let's get into the video. So this game, where do I start? This game was such a snooze fest, in my opinion. Such a snooze. Like even I fell asleep after the within the first 20 minutes. Yes, Real Madrid had a few mistakes that could have cost them the game, or could have cost them, right off the bat. But Thibaut Courtois again becomes a savior. It was too much of a snooze fest in that first half. In the second half as well. But that's where those two goals were. That is where those two goals came from. Casemiro with an outstanding goal, and of course Karim Benzema scores at the last second yet again. He right now is tied for the La Liga lead in goal scorer right now. He has 8, so it's looking like he will take that. Will hold the most goals. Closing out 2020. And this is interesting because Karim Benzema, I was calling him out after 3 or 4 games of doing absolutely nothing. He was non-existent within the first 3 weeks of the La Liga season, was non-existent in the Champions League. I was saying, is this Karim Benzema's declining year? So and that would push a Kylian Mbappe, sale for Real Madrid. But Karim Benzema again proves me wrong, able to score 8 goals to close out 2020. That's impressive. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in 2021. Real Madrid finishes the 2020 year on a high note. They are tied with the league lead with Atletico de Madrid. However, Atletico de Madrid has 2 games in hand, while Real Madrid has 1. So, unless Atletico loses those 2 games, which I don't even think it's gonna happen, just speaking honestly, Real Madrid, most likely Atletico will, have the league lead whenever they play those games that they have in hand. But let's dissect this game. Like I said, it was a snooze fest in the first 45. Like I just flipped on the game and fell asleep. After the first 2 minutes, because those were intense, I just fell asleep. The first half was just so uneventful, other than the injury to Rodrigo, which was unfortunate, forcing Zinedine Zidane to use one of his substitutions. And he used Asensio, who played okay in my opinion today. Not good, not great, not bad, not ugly, but okay. I just think that Asensio is just not good, and good for Real Madrid. He's over. He had no need for him to be here, to be honest. He's one of Zidane's guys. Zidane likes him, so I guess until we have a coach that doesn't like Asensio, which it doesn't seem like it's possible that Zidane may be leaving anytime soon, unless he flops yet again, then we're going to be stuck with Asensio. But, he played okay today. I'm not going to get on his case too much, but I would not be surprised if Real Madrid tries to sell him to make more money for a Kylian Mbappe or an Erling Haaland, who is going to be available in 2022. More on that later. And then, of course, Rodrigo with a muscle injury. I just hope that he's okay. Just rest him. I don't like Vinicius Jr. as much. He has struggled this at the beginning of La Liga. He shined throughout the 2019-2020 season, but he has struggled this at the beginning of this season, along with the Champions League. It's been an up and down season for Vinicius Jr. I don't really like that. So, it's looking more like, unless they actually put Eden Hazard in the position to start next Wednesday, which I highly doubt it. But more on that later. Like I said, more on that later. It's looking like Vinicius will get the nod, or maybe because Asensio did an okay job, he will get the nod. But we'll see. Let's Real Madrid fans enjoy this victory, 2-0. 2-0. It was better than what I thought it would be, 1-0. Although Karim Benzema again fools me yet again with a last-minute goal, or Real Madrid fools me for that matter, because Real Madrid has a habit of doing that. When they score last minute in any of the halves. So let's see. Yeah, Granada again played really well. I actually thought that they would either when it was a snooze fest, they were pressing. They were trying to take advantage of their opportunities, but Real Madrid were able to shut them down either with Courtois or with that back four. And then when they were looking for the tie, again, like I said, Real Madrid were able to shut it down with that back four or with Courtois. And then, of course, Karim Benzema sealed it at the last minute. But good game for Granada, to be honest. Yes, I said it was the game. The game as a whole is a snooze fest, but Granada played phenomenally to the point where they could have fooled us. They could have walked away with a win, to be honest, with the way that their goalkeeper, their defense was playing. And if they would have scored, a goal or two, I guarantee that they would have, won. I don't know if they would have won, but it would have been hard for Real Madrid to come from behind and win. So, but on the Real Madrid side of things, just a snooze fest all around for them. A win is a win, I get that, but it's just not exciting. It's not the Real Madrid of old, to be honest. When Cristiano Ronaldo was here, it was very intense. Not today. It was just, it's a meh performance to me. Like I said, that first half, fell asleep. I could have fallen asleep throughout the entire first half because nothing happened noteworthy other than the Rodrigo injury at the 38th minute. But the second half was a great goal by Casemiro. He shows up with his third goal of the season, makes it outstanding yet again. Hats off to Casemiro, proving that he is one of that midfielder. He's a defensive midfielder, and he plays great in that position. But when he's given the opportunities to be in that box to score goals, when it's either a corner kick or a free kick, don't sleep on him. Just don't sleep on him, because you never know. He can headbutt it in, and next thing you know, Real Madrid has all the momentum. So, and then of course, but yeah, I mean that is my initial reaction, guys. I know that I don't sound too excited. It's just that for me, it was just a boring game compared to what we have seen from Real Madrid's opponents last time. Like I said, Granada on their side of things played great. Played an outstanding game. Could have pulled out a surprise, but with the way that Real Madrid's defense was playing, just weren't able to do it. The way that Courtois was playing, weren't able to do it. But just Real Madrid, ugh. Even after the first goal, I was like, all right, Real Madrid's going to try to shut this down early. But no, they couldn't. They couldn't shut it down until the 93rd or 94th minute at the last second. So, had to leave me on my edge of my seat, but in a defensive way. And again, I think people would hate me because, I'm more of an offensive tech. I like to think on the offense. I don't like to think on the defensive side of things. If you guys are defensive minded, let me know. But I'm more offensive minded. So, let me know what you guys think of this game. Real Madrid, unless, I forgot, today's the 23rd, so, next week is the 30th, so they will not close out, 2020 with a win. I spoke too soon, but they take on Elche next week, and Elche is at the bottom top of the table, but you never know. Real Madrid plays tough with the teams that they play tough with teams at the bottom, at the top of the table, and then they slack off with the lower teams. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens then. But that is next Wednesday. That is next Wednesday. No La Liga match this weekend because of Christmas break. So that is my reaction, guys, to this game. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me that it was a snooze fest? Did you guys enjoy the game? Did you guys think that it was a solid performance from Real Madrid? Like I said, Real Madrid defensively was sound. Offensively had missed opportunities, of course. The substitutions, with the exception of Asensio for Rodrigo, were kind of questionable, but at the same time, I understand Zidane's thinking. Most likely, he wanted to rest some of his substituting or his bench guys for more pressing games like Eden Hazard and so on and so forth. So, alright guys, that is it for me for this video. So I will be going live, posting my weekly episode on Anchor, or if you're gonna watch it here on YouTube, it'll be in clips. So look out for a lot of videos tonight if you're on YouTube, or if you guys prefer to listen to it on Anchor, prefer a huge video there. So, alright guys, that is it for me. Real Madrid wins it 2-0. I will see you guys next time. Peace.